Hey everybody, welcome back to Kinfolk Farm. We're back out here in the vineyard today. We're pretty excited. We got 15 more plants to put in. And like I said earlier on other videos, I'm on a budget just like everybody else. So I can get about 15 plants a week, something like that. Just a few to get in. And it's a lot of work planting these things. But we're gonna get out here today and I'll tell you about what I'm planting, and I'll give you a little information on the variety of muscadines I'm planting and the reason why I'm planting this variety, so stick around. Hey everybody, we're back out here in the vineyard. I want to tell you something. The first thing I wanted to let you know is it is just an absolute beautiful day. We're still fighting everything out in this pasture. We still got giant parsnips growing, turnips growing everywhere. That ought to do the ground a world of good. We got rabbit, I don't know if you see all the rabbit dropping. We got rabbit droppings everywhere. It's just, everything is just going full force. Spring is in the air. But what I want to tell you is the first thing you need to do is get you some good plants. We get all our plants, and this is not a commercial for Isons, but I say it on a lot of videos. We buy everything from Isons. They're just fantastic people. They have great products. We hadn't had any problems with their muscadines, their apple trees, plums. They sell everything. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our muscadines and we're going to prune these things back before we dig our holes and plant them, and I'll show you how we do that. Stick around. Okay guys, what you want to do is take your plant and find your longest runner, which is going to be this one. There's a lot of them on here, but a lot of them are real short. But this is going to be my longest runner. See how long that is? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out here. I'm going to take these short ones and I'm going to cut these off right here. I don't know if you can see that right there at the stake, these little short ones. We're just going to cut them off. We're going to get those trimmed back. All right, everybody. What I do before I plant, I go ahead and I cut off every lateral off this thing. I want one long, solid vine going all the way to the tip. You know, we trim this off later in the spring, but I want one long, solid vine, no limb. That way, when we plant our hole, we plant this thing, all the nutrients it gets from the soil is going to go straight up, and we're going to top it out in the spring, and it'll go straight down the vine. We don't want any growth coming off this main vine. We want it going up and out. That way, your first year, you get your growth 10 foot each direction. That way the following year you start building up the bulk, getting ready for fruit second, third, fourth year. But that's how we plant them first. We cut all the limbs off, and or the laterals, whatever you want to call them. Trim those off before we plant. That makes it a lot easier. Okay, dig yourself a really deep hole. You want a nice deep hole so them roots can spread out. You want a really big hole, I don't know, 3 or 4 times bigger than the pot. I think that way your roots will spread out a lot better. But I take this out of the pot, I break up my roots a little bit, and now I don't want it that deep in the hole, so I'll backfill it some, do some backfilling. But I do want this thing buried about 3 inches above where ground level is. I want the main part of the vine about 3 inches below ground level. Okay, so I want to bury this about 3 inches deep. The vine itself about 3 inches deep. Hey guys, it's getting just a little late. I almost got all the plants in. I wanted to show you and tell you about what I'm planting. The very first row and the second row I got right here, these first 2 rows are the Supreme muscadine. That's the kind of muscadine I'm planting in those 2 rows there. And then I'm going to skip the 3rd and plant the 4th and 5th row. That's Supreme muscadines. The Supreme muscadine is if you're going to grow commercially, that's a muscadine to go with. It grows some of the biggest purple muscadines that you can get. They grow in big clusters. They have a really long shelf life. They're a delicious grape. Like I say, if you're going to grow them commercially, they're great. Or even if you're just going to grow them at your home for a little hobby, just a little extra fruit on your property, The Supreme Muscadine is a must-have. I actually want to put more, but then again I want to put some other varieties too for different tastes and for wines and stuff. But the Supreme is a great, really good grape, a must-have for your garden or for your vineyard. Okay, in row 3, to pollinate 1 and 2 and 4 and 5, we're going to use the Ison variety. It was patented at Ison's Nursery. It's the best self-fertile there is. It's great for wines, jelly, grows big clusters of purple grapes. They're fantastic. I would highly recommend getting the Ison's muscadine. That'll be in row 3. All right, guys, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this black plastic and we're going to take these Blue X grow tubes. Take the little plastic. I know you can't see it, but I'll explain it to you. Roll it up just like a little piece of poster board or something. And these open up. You just insert that. Put that in there. Take your plant and insert it right in. And it is simple as that. And what I do is I'll just take a couple of zip straps and zip strap it to the bottom wire, and that keeps it from blowing over with the wind and all. But it's simple as that. And they make a tape gun that you can use to tape this on up your line. I put a string off from the top wire to the bottom wire, and you could tape that or use zip straps, just whatever you need to use. Well, guys, it's coming together. I got 3 full rows, almost the 4th one completed. We'll start on the finish this 4th one, start on the 5th one next week, and after that we're back to putting in posts, putting in a big wooden post, T-post, more line, and just starting all over. I wanted to do 5 rows at a time, and I'll put in my irrigation. I might do a video on putting in irrigation when it gets a little closer towards some warmer weather. But I really do appreciate you guys watching my channel, and if you would, do me a favor, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll try to put out a bunch of these muscadine videos. It's my favorite. We plant fruit all over my property, and it is my absolute favorite. I absolutely love them. Just to grow your own grapes on your property is a heck of a lot of fun. I highly recommend you guys doing it. Like I say, you could just put in a few vines. And right now is the perfect time to do it when it's nice and cool, everything's dormant. I'd put in a few vines, but just make sure you get a female and a self-fertile to pollinate each other. So, yeah, like I say, subscribe to my channel, and I really do appreciate it, guys. We will see y'all on the next video. Thanks.